What's up, guys? Nostal-Gi-Oh here, back with another Master Duel video. Today we're going to be talking about Adamancipator in the new season, what this deck really does, and I do have a really insane end board with the full combo that ended on that end board at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that, or just skip to it, whatever, do whatever you want to do on this video. Anyway, we do have a big new addition, Baron de Fleur. I know, I've been preaching this card the last week. I've made a 10 synchro video and a virtual world video, both utilizing this card. I think these are the best decks that use this card. The last one that I have that's going up soon is going to be the Thunder Dragon with Baron de Fleur and Ready Fusion and stuff. That's really cool. I'm getting all the stuff needed for that on my alt account as we speak. Speaking of alt account, this is on my alt account, so that's why the cards aren't there. But, it's okay. It's still viewable, and this, you guys voted. You guys said you like the Master Duel profiles more than Dueling Book for when it's on my alt account, so we're going to the Master Duels. Also, deck list is going to be in the description down below, so if you want to check it out, you can go do that. Look at it at your own pace. Anyway, all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the actual deck profile itself today. So, just chronological order, right? We'll talk about the two bricks here first, and then hand traps, and then the actual deck. So, no, all right. So we'll start off with the hand traps because it's pretty baseline. So triple Max C, triple Ash, one Nib. That's all we have for the hand traps. It's pretty normal. Triple Max C is broken. Triple Ash stops the broken Max C, and since we're playing Seconds Light, we can't play called buys and stuff, so you have to play the triple Ash for sure. And then the one Nib is you can draw it into the Maxi, which is cool, but you can also overlay Gallant Granite and search it. I have personally never done that because if I get Gallant Granite, the only times I make Gallant Granite is when I'm searching Block Dragon realistically. But I could see like a case for it to, I'm sure it comes up every now and again. So we're, involving the one Nib just because it's an option, right? It's a cool option. So that's our hand traps and stuff. So into the actual core of the deck. Let's start off with the Adamancipator names. So 3 Seeker, 3 Researcher, and 3 Analyzer. I just max out on all these cards. They're really powerful. You need to hit them off the Raptite. When you go for Raptite, you really want to hit one of these two. So you definitely max on those, but they're also just like the best extenders for the deck and the best way to play through hand traps. If you don't have an Ash or anything, and you have like Guardian plus Researcher, that's an amazing way to start your play because you go, Guardian and then activate Researcher, and then you're pretty much safe from any one hand trap because you have a negate, except like Imperm, but then you just make Hauki Fibrax and then you're like playing. So it's pretty good. So I just like to max out on all of them. I've seen a lot of people playing 2 Analyzer, but this is a really broken normal summon, so I don't see why you would only want to play 2. I think you just max on all these names. So I'm playing 3. For the non-Adamancipator rock guys, we'll start with Doki Doki. We played 3 Doki Doki. This guy's just a really powerful starter and extender. It's a good thing to hit off of your first Adamancipator because then it leads you into more Adamancipators. And the search ability is very, very easy with this deck with Block Dragon and Supplier to get, guys to your hand to dump the Doki Doki. This is another card that a lot of people play 2 of, but I think it's just really consistent. So I like to max on the cards that are really good and really consistent. So I played the 3 Doki Doki. Next, we played the prank package, the triple Roxy's and 1 Dropsies. Roxy's is insane because once you hit it, you go into your end board off of just like a Roxy's is a Link 2, that's half of Napalooza, and a level 4, which is half of a Gallant Granite. Or it's just 3 out of 4 pieces for the Appaloosa. So it's very, very easy. And if you hit this, the Roxy's off of an Adamancipator, that's like basically full combo, and you don't have to worry about anything. The rest of your hand could be garbage, and you could get everything in the world off of just that, and it's crazy. It's really, really insane. This deck's pretty unstoppable if it doesn't get stopped. And it's pretty unstoppable because it plays through 1 to 2 hand traps very efficiently most of the time with 9 out of 10 hands. So the prank kit package is really good. Also, we're playing the 1 Dropsies because it has it is a water type, which comes up for Dragite every now and again. That's really the only thing that's big there. Also, the 1,000 life points is kind of cool, but that doesn't really matter realistically. So that is all of those. Next, we have the Kawaki package, which is going to be 3 Supplier and 3 Guardian. No need to play anything else. Supplier is a really good extender that you can search off of the Block Dragon. A lot of the time, you get your 2 level 2s, unless you already started with all of them. And then you get one of your level 4s, which is the Supplier or the Gigantes. They're really just extenders that continue summoning to the board. Supplier also searches when it's summoned, so it's really insane. Like, those cards are just incredibly good. Also, Guardian is a monster negate, which, like I said, you can start with that with Researcher, and that's really big. Or you can just, like, put him to your board and add that guy to your end board, which is just a monster negate. So that's pretty cool. And you can set that guy up pretty early in your combo as well, like tutoring it from Adamancipator names and stuff to stop Nib, and then you just keep it on your field until you make Appaloosa, and then you're just in the clear, which is pretty crazy. Then 3 Block Dragon. This is the boy himself. This is the deck. I mean, realistically, this is the reason this deck is so powerful, so like ridiculous, is you can utilize this card very, very easily. You can summon it 3 to 4 times in a turn very, very easily, and it gives you 3 more, up to 3 more monsters the first time it's sent from the field to the grave, and then you end with it on your end board, you know, in defense position, protecting your rock monsters, usually just itself, but sometimes Dragite or Raptite are also in the field, which you can protect, which is really good as well. And then also, you utilize it on your opponent's turn with IP Masquerena, and then you get 3 searches and the draw off Unicorn if you set up your end board correctly, which I'll show you in the combo. I'll make a note of, you know, the positioning to make it a little better. But yeah, Black Dragon, triple Black Dragon, it's just gross. And then we play 3 little one-ofs in the deck, like Rock Monster one-ofs. We play 1 Gigantes. This guy is really just a searchable, you know, level 4 summon that you can summon off of Block Dragon. A lot of the time you'll get that, and then your level 2s, and then that's everything you need. You special a level 2, you summon the Gigantes, you special off the level 2, you know, use the Adamancipator effect, summon a guy from the top of your deck, and then you go into Raptite, and then you make Boral, and then the rest is history, right? It's pretty game from there, which is pretty crazy. Then we played 1 Tackle Crusader. Honestly, you can leave this guy at home if you want. It very, very rarely comes up. It does have a cool interaction with the Xeno Guitar, since Xeno Guitar, when it's banished, which is off of Block Dragon from the graveyard, then you can Foolish Burial Rock, so then you can Foolish Burial the Tackle Crusader, and then either Book a Moon something or bounce a face-up spell or trap. It very, very rarely comes up. I think I've done it like 1 time, and it was just like plus. Like we didn't need it. It was just over the top. We didn't need it. It didn't matter. So I don't think you have to play Tackle Crusader, but it's a cool, you know, rock that you can play, and you probably want to max out on more copies of this if you play the Grass is Greener build. But I don't have Nox on this account, so I can't, or cross out designators. I don't have cross out designators on that account, so I can't play that build. But yeah, those cards are cool. And then the 1 Xeno Guitar, this card is also just like an interesting card. When you banish it off of Block Dragon, it makes it sends another one, so it's basically just a free like addition to the board, or free like 1 piece of Block Dragon for free, which is cool. But it also when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, or if it's sent to the graveyard, you can target a rock in your graveyard, add to your hand, and then put a card from your hand on top of your deck, which is cool for adding these bricks back if you draw them. If you don't draw Sekka's Light. So that's pretty cool. The last 2 monsters of the deck are the 2 bricks. We have O-Lion and Buster, Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. This guy is the Buster Lock with Union Carrier, if you guys don't know what that does. You use Union Carrier, target Boral Savage, equip this card from your deck to the Boral Savage, and while this card is equipped, your opponent can't special from the extra deck. So effectively, it's Scythe locking your opponent by equipping a brick from your deck. It's really, really it's ridiculous, right? It's like absolutely ridiculous. And when it's on an Omni Negate, like it's incredibly difficult to out. Your opponent can't droplets away your board, or they can't droplets that effect off of your board. It requires them to have like Cosmic Cyclone or like Feather Duster plus droplets, and then like what are the odds they use those 2 cards plus the amount of cards they send off droplets to out your board? Like what are the chances they're still going to have anything? Very low. Basically what I'm saying is this end board is basically unstoppable. And this card contributes like immensely to that. Then the last one is the O-Lion. This card's just a brick for the Hulk. It's very solid. You make Hulk, you bring this guy out. This is 2 bodies essentially because it's its own. And then when you link it off or sync it off, when it's sent to the grave, you get a token, which is really cool. And that token can turn into Link Spider, which is an Earth, which let this plus Block Dragon can make Union Carrier, which is a big deal. And also you can use O-Lion or O-Lion's token with Hauki Fibrax to make the Union Carrier, which also comes up a lot. So it's just really, really powerful. It's an extra monster. It also just makes Appaloosa basically for free, like instantly. It's very, very strong. These cards are just insane. So next, and then the last cards in the main deck are 3 Sekka's Light. I'm not playing the Called Buys. I'm not playing the Crossouts or anything. I do think that build is also really, really powerful. Being, the only things that really stop this deck is a preemptive Max C, or just like a Max C, and you don't have the out. So playing more cards like the outs, the Called Buys, the Crossouts. I'm not disagreeing that that's a good, really good build as well. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying this is better, but they can coexist, right? So yeah, those cards are really, really powerful. Sekka's Light's a pot of green. It's insane. For the extra deck, we have Herald of Arclight. This card, you don't make it too frequently, but it stops your opponent from being able to droplets effectively, which is really powerful. It's also just an Omni-Gate. You don't make it that much, but when you do, it's like pretty good. And you have Doki Doki and level 2 tuners, so it's pretty easy to make this card. Raptite is a big deal for the deck. You have this guy, and then bring out another level 2 tuner, and then you make Boral Savage, so that's really good. This card can summon tuners off the deck, like instead of Adamancipator cards. It's really good. We have Boral Savage. This card is really powerful. It's an Omni-Negate, but more importantly, it's a Dark or a Dragon that Union Carrier can put the Buster Whelp to. We play the Dragite. This card didn't come up that frequently, but it is pretty good. It's a Spell Trap Negate. That can also, when you're going second, this can be a really good board breaker because it can bounce up to 5 cards that your opponent controls, equal to the excavated rock monsters that you top 5 excavate. So it's really powerful going second. Doesn't come up that much going first, to be honest. Next, we have Baron. This is the new addition to the deck. Block Dragon plus either of the level 2 synchro or level 2 tuners makes this, and it's very easy to add this to your end board. It's a completely free addition to the end board, to be honest. It almost never is too hard to get that added to the end board, so it's pretty crazy. And it's an Omni-Negate, so it's pretty good. Gallant Granite, this card searches Block Dragon. That's really all it does. Link Spider off of the Lion token. We have Meow Meow and Doodle as part of the prank combo. I'm pretty sure that goes in the video, so you'll see what I mean by the prank combo in this deck. One Hawk, this is pretty integral to the deck. We have IP Masquerena. This is just an additional end board thing that's pretty cool. And if you make Union Carrier to the left and then you make the Masquerena to the right, you can link the Masquerena in the Block Dragon, make the Unicorn, and then it's actually co-linked with the Union Carrier, and then you draw an additional card. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Masquerena Unicorn. Access code for the next turn to just win the game, because then you just link the Unicorn and another monster into the access code, nuke their board, and you win the game. It's pretty good. Union Carrier to add to the end board, and Appaloosa. You make this pretty early in the end board, or pretty early in the game, just to keep, away from hand traps and such. Nibiru, other things like that. A lot of the time you make it after Nibiru would have been live, but it at least forces a Nibiru, like, your opponent is forced to use Nibiru when Appaloosa looks like it's about to be summoned. And then usually you have, like, Block Dragon, you have a million extenders, you have everything in the game still, and it's pretty crazy. So that is the deck. That is the main deck. That is the extra deck. All of the deck. Let's go ahead and go over to my alt account and look at the replay. It is on there. I did make it public, so we can look at the replays. Come on, hurry up. Game, why are you taking forever? All right, play. So here is the combo. The combo is gross. It's absolutely disgusting. You guys are probably going to be like, wow, cool, fun game. I sent a screenshot of it to my brother the other day, and all he said back was fun. And I was like, yeah, that's how it goes. It's pretty gross. Okay, so here we see a pretty normal hand. It has Pot of Greed. It has a starter, Adamancipator Analyzer, 2 random guys, and a Max C. So it's pretty good. If we get stopped, we do have Max C for some defense. We go Sekka's Light. Here, a lot of people Ash and stuff, and that's fine. That's usually Ash bait. Like here, it'd be fine because I just have an Analyzer, and it's pretty good. But yeah, Sekka's Light, my opponent Dragon Darks, and right there I'm just like, okay, you better have another hand trap. You better have a meaningful hand trap, because yeah, that's not doing it. Props to the Royal Thunder Dragon guy, though. Draws double Ash, which is fine because it's a maxi out, which I'm happy about. Sekka's Light, I'm going to send back Guardian, draw a new card. I drew into Roxy's, which isn't really going to matter here. Analyzer is going to mill the top 5. If we don't hit anything, we're in trouble here. But as you see here, we did hit something. You almost always hit something. We bring out the Doki Doki. Since I have so many level 4s in my hand, it's so free. We go ahead and send that pack in to bring out the Roxy's. Roxy's is going to bring out the Meow Meow. We're going to link into the Meow Meow. Roxy's is going to banish the other Roxy's from my hand, draw a new card, which doesn't end up mattering, but it's okay. Bring out the Dropsies, and then we're going to link those into the Doodle. Doodle is then not going to search because we don't play anything to search, but Dropsies is going to special summon out the Roxy's. Now we have 2 level 4s on the field. We're going to go ahead and overlay them for Gallant Granite, and Gallant Granite is going to get us Block Dragon. Now we are infinite. Now we're infinite, actually infinite. We're going to special summon out the Block Dragon, and then we're going to make an Appaloosa with the Block Dragon, the Gallant Granite, and the other guy. I just wanted to leave the Doki Doki on field in case we wanted to make something else. Like, it doesn't really matter. Appaloosa, Royal Foil, by the way. Block Dragon going to go ahead and get a Seeker, Researcher, and Supplier, which is going to be an Extender plus a Search, which is pretty crazy. Special summon the Researcher. We special summon the Seeker just to play around hand traps a little bit easier if they gamma that. You know, it could gamma Imperm. That could, you know, erase my board, essentially. We're going to mill 5, or excavate 5, rather, and I actually do miss here, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's fine. We're going to make Hulk. Hulk is going to get into that center column, I believe. Yes, and it's going to special out the O-Lion. We're also going to chain Supplier, although this doesn't chain block, but it's still really cool that it does that. Supplier is going to go ahead and special summon itself out and search us a monster. It's going to be a Guardian, which is pretty useless, but hey, it's a free card, right? Seeker is going to special summon random chump guy here. I think it's a level 4. I think it's just some random chump level 4. The Excavate 5 animation, it takes so long. We're going to go ahead and Synchro summon into Raptite, and Raptite's going to go ahead and use its effect, I believe, to look at the top 5 as well. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and Excavate 5. We do hit a level 2 tuner, which is what we were hoping to hit, which is pretty good. I believe that's what we summon. Yep. And then we link that, or Synchro that, and the Raptite into the Boral Savage. Boral Savage is going to go ahead and equip the Doodle from my grave to itself. And then we're also going to get a token. So that's going to be the two machines, two monsters with the same type or attribute that make Union Carrier, and Boral Savage is going to equip an Omni Negate. Now, I am safe from everything, realistically, right? We have a 3 material Appaloosa, we have a 2 Omni Negate guy. I'm pretty much safe from anything. You know, Nib, Gamma can't even break this board. It would take 3 hand traps. I know for a fact my opponent has 1 like dead card in their hand. Union Carrier is going to go ahead and equip the Buster Whelp to the Savage. We're going to banish 3 monsters for the Block Dragon. We're going to link the Block Dragon and the Researcher, or Synchro summon those into the Baron de Fleur. Additional Omni Negate just on the end of the board. We're going to special summon Block Dragon one more time, and it's not actually one more time because it's actually going to be one more time after this. We do make the IP here, and then we're going to banish 3 more once again and special the Block Dragon. So here's our end board, guys. 5 cards in hand, including 2 hand traps. Well, 3 technically, but this is a hard once per turn, so realistically 2. We have Maxi Ash. We have the Boral Savage, which is an Omni Negate once per turn, but 2 times. And it's also equipped with Buster Whelp, which makes my opponent, you know, not be able to summon from the extra deck. We have Baron de Fleur, which is another Omni Negate. We have Appaloosa, which is 3 monster negates. We have IP Masquerena that can be a quick play spin that will give us a draw with by discarding with the Unicorn. And then Block Dragon's going to search us 3 cards. So if we actually, you know, if my opponent does anything here, we have 2 Omni Negates, extra deck lock, 3 monster negates, and a quick play spin with 2 hand traps, which is an Ash and a Maxi. And then also, Block Dragon's going to give us a net 3 new additional cards because I would search both the level 2s and probably another Supplier, either that or the Gigantes. And then IP Masquerena will shift into the Unicorn, spin a card, and draw. So then we'll see 4 more cards into our hand. 1 of them will be discarded, so net 3 more additional cards. We would end with 8 cards in hand at the end of their turn after interruptions. And it's, I mean, this is just unbeatable, right? Like, really, what outs this? Really, what outs this? My opponent ends their turn, and I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm just gonna switch to attack and kill him, because what kind of person would I be to just like do anything here? Like make access code? Like, oh, you did it, you did something, right? Anyway, that is really the entire video. That's everything that I wanted to talk about today. Was the Adamancipator deck. I think this is probably the best deck right now, with Baron being an addition. Baron, we didn't even need Baron, dude. Like, realistically, we didn't even care about Baron, but it's a nice addition to the end board. It's super free. It gives a little bit more use to the extra Block Dragon summons because you typically have an excess of those, and it's pretty crazy. That is all I want to say for the video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, you know, I do have the affiliate link in the description down below. If you shop for IRL TCG cards, you can click on that, shop, check out, and it costs you no extra, and it directly supports the channel. That's all I have to say. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good week. Goodbye.